No Film School's coverage of NAB is brought to you by Blackmagic Design, amazing solutions for film, post-production, and television. Big Stock, videos and images for everyone. Color Grading Central, professional color grading with Color Finale. Shutterstock, where ideas take shape.
So I'm here with Emery, and we're going to be talking about Frame.io. So what is Frame.io?
Frame.io is a media collaboration platform. It's a place to upload all of your source media, work in progress, or really any assets into a shared workspace where you can invite your team and your clients to collaborate. We built it really to replace the hodgepodge of different services that most of us typically have used when working on a video project. We're using something for file sharing, probably Dropbox, something for review like Vimeo, and all the communication is flowing through email. But it was never just about the tools that we chose to use for ourselves. The free version is pretty much fully functional. It's just limited to one project and 2 gigabytes of storage, and that's free forever. And then the starter plan is $15 a month and gives you 3 projects. Then we go to $25 a month for unlimited projects. Then we go to team plan for $50 a month and a business plan for $150. So really the pricing is primarily distinguished between the number of team members you have and the amount of storage you need. Right. So I'll take you through an example workflow. I'll create a new project. I'll grab some media from my desktop, and this is a mix of video, audio, and stills. You don't have to pre-compress it. It doesn't have to be in any special format. You can upload whatever you have, full resolution, ProRes files, whatever. We store the original for download completely untouched, but we create proxy media that you can use to view it on a web browser. So you can see that we immediately generate these hover scrubs for video and waveforms for audio. Our transcode speeds right now are between 30 and 150 frames a second. It kind of depends on the codec and how much other kind of transcoding is happening on our system at the time.
How are we sharing this with other members?
So if you want to add a collaborator to this project, you just hit the Add Collaborator button. John will get an email notification and an in-app notification. So in the project settings here, you can turn off notifications for different types of activity. So you have comments, new media added, and new people joining.
So now, if I'm collaborating with you and I want to review something, what does that look like on here?
Because one of the things we handle is version control. So during the creative process, there's an endless number of versions, and rather than having 25 thumbnails of different versions, we can create version stacks. So these 2 clips that I have here, this one and this one, are 2 versions of the same edit. One's color graded, one isn't, and I can just drag the new one on top of the old one, and I'll get this version stack. It's denoted by this 2, and that'll be available to me when I'm in the player. So let's jump into the player, and of course we can start playing back. Now when you're watching, if something catches your eye and you want to leave a comment, you can just start typing and the video will automatically pause. Okay. So you can kind of get your thought out, and when you hit submit, it resumes. If you wanted to further communicate your idea, you can pick up this paintbrush tool and actually draw directly on the video frame. We have some different shapes and colors, so you can say we need to paint out this sign, and again submit, and the video resumes. All these comments on the side are stamped with the time code, so you can click on any comment and get taken directly to that frame, as well as any associated annotation. The comments also act as a task list, so you can mark comments as complete. So I'll just hit mark complete and it gets crossed out. So if I can hit the A key on the keyboard to bring up the audio interface, we have a live waveform and audio meters. This is happening just in a regular browser. We also have a metadata panel that we can open, and this shows you the original metadata of the file that was uploaded, not the proxy that we created.
So now if you want to comment on something, the comments aren't specific to video or audio, it's just that point in the video.
Right, so this could be an audio file. So this version stack that we created earlier, it's available to us up here as a drop-down, and we can load any previous version. But we can also take it a step further and compare 2 versions side by side. You can play them back this way. Now each version has its own audio track, so I can choose which one I want to listen to. So we're actually showing something new at NAB this year, which is our integration with Final Cut 10. And I have a Final Cut timeline open here. And now from directly within Final Cut, I can just go to my shared destinations and choose Frame.io source and hit next. Now this is going to open up the Frame.io companion app, and we have 2 options here. You can either upload a flattened timeline or individual clips. And if you choose clips, we have this really slick feature, which is export only clips with markers. So if you have a whole timeline, you're working on a show, whatever, there's 5 or 6 shots that need to go out to VFX for additional work. Select them in the timeline with markers, choose export only clips with markers, and I'm going to hit upload. It's going to render locally here in Final Cut. It's uploaded all the metadata, and now as each clip becomes complete, it'll just pop in live, and you can see them popping in there. We've built our own upload acceleration, And we basically do that by doing a multi-part HTTP upload, and it's actually 5 times faster than Dropbox and faster than most of the other accelerated upload services out there, including Aspera and Signiant, with the caveat of our accelerated uploading is only available in the United States right now, and that's we need more server infrastructure in other parts of the world to provide that accelerated uploading. But it's something that, you know, there's a lot of services out there that focus exclusively on file accelerated uploads, and with Frame.io, it's just something you get out of the box.
Right. So now, in terms of codec support, about which files you'll actually be able to convert to view on the software, do you have a general idea of which file types work right now?
So we support most QuickTime codecs. We have over 400 file formats that are supported. We are adding support for more formats all the time. We definitely want to add more camera original file format support like R3D. Currently, if we don't support a particular file format, you can still upload it to Frame.io for file sharing. You just won't be able to view it in the browser.